Hello, Gits, and welcome to another Warhammer 40k Battlereport on the Crimson Moon.
The two armies that will be crumping and killing each other for their respective gods and God Emperor.
He's not a god.
Are the Blood Angels and the Evil Sons Orks.
The mission these two armies are fighting in is called Only War. The players score victory points at the end of their command phase, starting from the second battle round.
But how did they score victory points, dude?
That's a good question, Edit. There are 4 objective markers on the field. They score 1 victory point for each objective marker they controlled, to a maximum of 3. We won't be using any secondary objectives for this game, however. We're too smart for that. The red guys are the Blood Angel Space Marines. They are led by Captain Lucian Dadresco, the ever-thirsty slaughterer of Bronco Quinn. I mean, I've never heard of him, but he will be leading a squad of Assault Terminators with Lightning Claws, which will be in Deep Strike. Also in Deep Strike are the squad of Sanguinius Guard. The only units on the field will be 2 split squads of 5 Tactical Marines and a Librarian Dreadnought with a Meltagun.
The red and green guys are the Evil Sons Orks. They are led by War Boss Korg Edslicer. He's making his return after doing literally nothing last 40k battle. Hopefully this time we'll see him put in some work. His 2 squads of boys are back, but now they're twice as large, and the Shooter Boys and Slugger Boys have been segregated. The new faces that'll be joining them are a small squad of Ludas, a herd of Gretchen, a group of Knobs with Power Claws, and Gork Squig, the Gorkanaut.
That sounds like a lot of bodies that'll be dropping dead soon. But first, we must thank our subscribers over on Patreon. Thank you, Marcus Jacinto
And Bob
Boy Yet, for your patronage. If you'd like to defile our terrain with your name, gain access to monthly miniature giveaways, exclusive videos, and more, then please consider donating.
I'm filing a lawsuit.
Roll-off for priority? The Orks are able to steal the roll-off.
The Grots scamper towards the first objective. The Knobs, as well as Korg, move next to them. They won't be there for long, though. The Gorkanaut moves towards the middle. It's followed by the 20 Git squad of Shooter Boys. One of those Orks is just barely able to secure the objective for next round. Finally, the 20 Git squad of Slugger Boys moves up.
The Gorkanaut is looking to blast the first squad of Marines, but before it does, they use Armor of Contempt to lower all AP by 1. The squad is unfortunately within close range of the Gorkanaut, so they're having a volley of 30 shots coming their way. After 2 rows, it got 11 hits. What the? Of those hits, only 6 wound. That kills a Marine and injures another one.
Next is the rocket launcher. It gets D3 attacks. It got 3 shots. Got 1 hit. Wounded. But it wasn't saved. Finally, the big shooter. It gets 2 extra attacks thanks to being in close range. Well, there go the 2 extra attacks. It can reroll this wound roll. Ooh, didn't even need to. The wounded Marine eats it. That nicely wraps up the Orcs' first turn. Now how will the Marines do?
The first squad of Marines moves into a building to secure an objective point. The second squad moves out of a building to secure an objective point. Finally, the Dreadnought comes out to face off against the Gorkanaut. Then it casts Wings of Sanguinius to reposition the first squad of Marines further in the building. The second squad fires first. Every shot hit, but none of them wounded. The Librarian Dreadnought's Meltagun was able to hit and wound, causing 6 whopping damage. It then launches its spear with focused witchfire and hits. It also wounded and wasn't saved. Oh, I couldn't have been another 6? Oh well. Oops, almost forgot the hazard check. No.
Finally, the Marines and the boys. They got 2 hits, but didn't wound.
The Librarian Dreadnought is charging the Gorkanaut.
Wait, what?
Roll it! Reroll! No!
The Orks declare a shwag, so now they get all these buffs. They also score 2 victory points for the 2 objectives they control. The Gorkanaut should roll a morale check But we're too smart for that, yeah. The first squad moves up to overrun that 3-man squad in that puny hut. The Gorkanaut stomps his way towards the runty umie dread. That thing won't make it to the end of this shwag. While that's going on, the knobs will take care of the umies nearby. Finally, the shooter boys move up to unleash the Daka.
The Gorkanaut shoots the other squad of Marines, and once again they use Armor of Contempt. 30 dice later, and it gets 13 wounds. 8 go through, it kills 1 Marine and injures another.
The rocket launcher is getting D3 attacks, so 3. Only 1 hit. It was able to wound, but it was saved. Who the Zog keeps blocking these rockets? The Scorcher is in range now. He got D6 attacks and got a lucky 6. They automatically hit, but only half of those go through. The Marines failed to block it all, so that's another casualty. The Twin Big Shooter now. Reroll.
The Ludas peek out of their hut to blast the Librarian Dreadnought. They got 2 hits on them, which didn't wound.
The Gorkanaut charges the Dread. The Knobs charge the Marines. They didn't make it, so they spend a command point to reroll it. Then the boys charge the other Marines. The Gorkanaut hit 3 of his 6 attacks. It has 4 hits thanks to sustained hits, and 3 of them wounded. It saved 2 of them, but it wasn't enough. The Dread is smashed. The Knobs then go to town on the Marines. 20 attacks and 10 go through. 7 wounds, and the Marines don't save enough. The boys now strike 24 times. 17 find their mark, and 11 actually wound. The Marines failed 4 of their saves, so there's only 1 man standing. The Boss Knob's Power Claw hit twice, wounds twice, and rips him apart.
Take and hold, engaging the enemy. Orks, purge the beasts! Claim it in the name of the Emperor. The enemy.
Do you see our resolve now, you kids? Just try and take it from us! Try!
After that slaughter, the Angels of Sanguinius and the Terminator Squad find their way to the battlefield and attack the greenskin menace. The guards shoot the Gorkanaut and get 3 hits. They do not wound. The Termies fail to charge at first, but will they succeed with a reroll? Oh, come on! Get in the fight, you cowards! There you go. The guards charge the Knobs. 6s are auto wounds thanks to the lethal wounds. 10 attacks and they get to reroll misses, because they charge. All 10 land and then another 10, which landed 9 times. Final 5 landed everything. That's 24 total hits. 7 of those were 6s, so subtract that, and that's 17 hits that must roll. See? I told you we were smart. The first 10 hits wounded, but we lost 3 of the 7 other hits.
Well, the Knobs got a few good saves from those 21 dice, but it wasn't enough. They're crumped. The Grots fail to loot the objective, and Korg Edslicer moves back to protect them from the approaching Terminators. The Shooter Boys then move towards the Sanguinary Guard to light them up with Daka. The Gorkanaut blasts them first, however. He got 5 hits with the first roll, and then 2 more with the second. Those 2 extra hits don't wound, and of the remaining 2 aren't blocked. The Rocket got another 3 attacks and 2 hits. Those 2 wound, but are saved. The Scorcher got 5 attacks on the guard. 3 of them go through, but only 1 wasn't saved. The Big Shooter got 1 hit, which wounded, which was saved. Now the boys. The Rocket got 1 shot, which missed. The Big Shooter hit twice, wounded once, and was saved. Now 40 attacks from the boys. Yeah, I'll let our scriptwriter count that for me. 19 hits, and 12 wounded. Oh, and 1 went through. And for the second roll, nope, all saved. So 1 guard dies. Jeez, all those attacks and only one Git dies. Pretty sure we got the numbers wrong too.
That's cause you are dumb. The war boss shoots once, but doesn't wound. Now he charges the Termies, and the Gorkanaut and the boys bundle on the Sanguinary Guard. The war boss hit Captain Lucian 4 times and wounded 5 times. Gah. Captain Lucian saved only 1 and dies to the Orchid scum. The Sanguinary Guard cut in to weaken their attacks before they meet their end. The Gorkanaut was hit 4 times. 2 of those automatically wounded and 1 failed. The Gorkanaut failed to save and takes 6 damage. Almost there. 4 attacks on the boys, 3 hit and 2 wounds. No saves, so that's 2 less orcs infesting this world.
The Gorkanaut strikes back at them. Oh, only 1. It wounded, which kills a guard. The boys now a lot of attacks and plenty of hits, but only 5 wounds. One of those hits wasn't saved. The boss strikes them. He hit and wounded once. It wasn't saved, so another guard goes down.
The Terminators are looking to tear apart this boss with their 25 strikes. Oh, come on! Only 10 of those hit and only 2 wounds. After a twin link reroll, it gains an extra 1. The boss saves 1 and takes 2 damage. The remaining guard passes his morale check, and now he shoots the boys. Hit! But no wound. The guard was given Armor of Contempt as the Gorkanaut prepares to attack.
It hit twice and wounded once. The guard saved 1, but was finished off after he didn't save the second.
The Terminators attack the war boss once again with their 25 attacks. They got a total of 20 total hits. They rolled for wounding and got 15 wounds after a reroll.
Korg saved a lot, just like his knobs, but still gets taken out from just these 5. Alright, now we can move on to the last turn of the game, and also the last turn of ORKTOBER for us.
Good! I'm tired of constantly drooling from these teeth.
The Gorkanaut waltzes over to the tiny Terminator to score itself another unit that it has taken out this game. 30 attacks, which resulted in 10 hits. 10 hits, and 5 of them wounded. The Termies took 2 wounds. The rocket now, and it gets +1 because of blast. 2 attacks, and now on to the Scorcher. 1 attack, and hey, something other than a 1, but it was saved. The twin big shooter hit 4 times, wounded 2 times, and was... The Gorkanaut charges the Termies, and this time it's hitting with a sweep attack. They got 5 hits, and I guess they forgot about sustained hits. 3 wounds and 333 were saved.
Terminators will fight with the strength of Sanguinius in their veins. After 25 attempts to strike, 17 of them hit. Of those 17 hits, 4 pierced through the hull. After a reroll, they got an extra 5 wounds on the Gorkanaut. The metal behemoth failed to save enough of those wounds and perishes. Begone, Xeno scum!
And with that, we end the final ORKTOBER Battle Report here.
But wait, the Blood Angels still need to go!
And do what? Kill some grots?
Yeah?
Do they really want to attack the grots?
I mean, yeah, it was good for the video. Never mind, the scores were 5-0 for a complete grot orc victory. Thank you all so much for watching this 40k Battle Report. We hope you all had a great ORKTOBER and Spooktober this year. We've got some more videos planned to wrap up this year neatly and bloody. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing, and even joining our Patreon. Link to that as well as our first 40k Battle Report will be in the description. Thank you once again, and remember to always paint your walls crimson.
Alright, I want his teeth. Take him away, boys.
What? Wait! No!